Rise and shine, ladies and gents. We're headed to Oregon.
We spent the last month turning our airplane into something that we can live out of. But here's the problem. Our camper setup is built out of materials we found at Home Depot, and we are definitely not professional builders. Luckily, we know someone who is, though. Meet OVP. They specialize in the most insane custom van life builds and have agreed to help us turn our plywood version into something a little fancier, lighter, and stronger. So this week, we're headed up to Oregon to see if they can apply their expertise with vans and trucks to our airplane by scanning our setup, helping us decide what modifications we need, and finalizing what specialized materials will be a good fit in this build. So join us this week as some of our biggest decisions yet have to be made.
Tina's first experience of frost.
Yeah.
And mine too.
Yeah.
All I know is I can't fly with this, so we got to do something about it.
Yeah, I want to face her into the sun.
Yeah.
7:30 a.m. Hopefully, as the sun starts to come up more, that starts melting away. Because we got to get to Oregon.
All right, I think the wing's looking pretty clear, at least from inside. Got to check on it now. I don't know frost, like, does it take an hour to clear, or is it gone in 10 minutes? Nope, definitely still there. I'm so not used to this. Arizona living, like, this has never been a problem. Anything black is done, like, that's good. It's the white stuff that's, like, not. Like, look. All frost is gone, and it's time to rip on up, so let's get on up to Portland.
You ready?
I'm ready, you?
I'm so ready.
Come here, bro.
Eureka traffic, experimental Bear Hunt 513, Echo Papa, departing 3. Eureka.
Don't wait for me, honey. Don't wait. 'Cause I'm always heading your way.
After a month of building out the back of this camper plane, Aaron and I are finally on our way up to Oregon to meet in person OVP, specifically Dustin, the owner of OVP, and all the guys. We're gonna spend the next day and a half with him really sorting out what materials we want for the back and what improvements we want to make to the back, because these guys are going to be doing a 3D scan and actually building this out to spec in an ultra lightweight way. So right now it's 66 pounds. I'm super curious to see what they're able to get it down to. Even just shedding a few pounds would be awesome.
Yeah, can we get it lighter? That's the real goal.
Yeah, and then this is all going to become a kit of sorts that they'll be able to ship to us. Aaron and I will be able to toss together and just lock and load into the setup.
Yeah, we're super excited. We went camping a couple days ago, and that was our first time using this prototype setup, and it was, one, a ton of fun, but two, we found some modifications we wanted to make and tweak for this next version that OVP is creating with us. So we're super excited to meet Dustin. He is freaking hilarious. He's been sending us memes left and right of like what he thinks a camper setup should look like on a plane.
On the phone yesterday, he was like, okay, yeah, we'll take you to the shop and we'll actually have you like select your materials and stuff. And I'm like, whoa, this is a luxury design process right now. What's going on?
Yes, he's spoiling us.
We are 20 minutes out from Portland, Oregon right now. We overnighted in Eureka last night and been cruising. The weather there looks insane. It's 30, gusting 41 straight down the runway. So we'll see all the weather around at like Portland International and stuff like that. Says it's calm winds, so I hope this is a fluke, but if it's not, it could be a spicy landing. So don't judge my landing too hard on this one is what I'm saying, okay? It could go easy on the kid.
3, 2, 1.
Great job.
Well, I can honestly say Phoenix is windy, but I don't think we've ever landed in this windy of weather before. This is wild. Basically, we had to get Tina tied down ASAP because this girl was wanting to, she was wanting to lift off just with us taxiing.
I hope Tina's okay here.
I know, me too.
I feel like all those images of the planes flipping over in Alaska are coming to me right now.
You can see she's already trying to lift off this side.
Yeah, she's a big girl and she likes to fly. Guys, is this way normal for you all? That is insane. The man himself. Hey, how's it going? Bro, good to meet you in person finally.
The legend. Let's go. Great to meet you.
Great to meet you. Glad you guys made it.
Dude,
I was like a little concerned when I saw the flag like absolutely straight.
I have never landed in so much wind.
Yeah.
And yet it's like every day for these guys.
Yeah, totally.
You want to show him Tina?
Not yet.
Oh,
No,
okay.
Let's do it.
The big rubbers. I'm on an airplane. Dude, we gotta get you in one. Nailed it. Sweet, so you got the whole shebang here. Yeah, if you wanted to do like a little faucet, you probably could, but you know, kind of works this way too. This is great. You guys want a job?
Yeah. Are we hired?
Just don't look at like all the finishes. Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, with the jigsaw, this is pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a quick scan with it out.
Running wild, nothing to lose. Do you remember the innocence of you? Butterflies in summer skin. Lightning.
After scanning the full setup, we made our way up to OVP's factory. You know, prior to reaching out to Dustin to see if OVP even wanted to take on a crazy camper plane project like this, we did a deep dive into their builds and what they specialized in. But actually getting to see their trucks and vans in person was wild.
Go check it out.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Oh my gosh.
What the heck?
It does weigh a little bit more than 50 pounds though.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're not getting this in the back of Tina. Oh my gosh. That just hides everything
What
away.
the heck?
Yeah. All your controls are here, so you've got your power system, your heated, this is your heated floor.
Wow, how
Pretty
long
sweet.
did this build take you?
This is a bit of a long build. These big trucks usually take like 5 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they're pretty intense. And then you got the subway tile in the bathroom.
Dang.
It's got 80 gallons of water.
No way.
What? I never would have known.
Yeah. Can't even call this a van. This is like
This is true. This
a
is
monster truck, like a luxury monster truck
on steroids.
on steroids.
This is goals though. We can do incredible things with the plane that, you know, this cannot do, and this can do incredible things that we definitely can't either. So like, I feel, you know, the hangar might just need one and one, you know what I mean?
This is the one with the Cat C7 7.3 liter motor. That's literally 5,000 pounds. Center of the axle's here, your butt is 2 feet in front of it. And so when you turn, you know, you turn first.
Oh yeah.
Right? Like usually you're behind the tires. In this, you turn it, tires are turning behind you, and you're like moving more than the tires are.
Oh, that's
That's
interesting.
so interesting.
Yeah, it's absolutely wild to drive. And then your face is a foot away from the bumper. So you can see straight down. Like if you're coming up on an obstacle, you can just be like, yep, nope, I'm good. I got another 3 inches.
No way.
We can get a lot of this other stuff customized, the seats, the roof rack. We've got vendors for all that. But really what we're best at is that interior, the habitat.
Finishes are gorgeous too.
Big grain matched little countertop insert. And then this projector screen actually mounts to these magnets here.
What the
No
heck?
way.
And then this projector mounts to that magnet right there.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy.
So he's got a smart projector. It's got like Netflix, Hulu, whatever, and it projects right there.
That's such a good call to use magnets too.
Mm-hmm.
But those things, are they pretty heavy, magnets?
No, they're super light. Neodymium ones? Yeah, they're super light.
Dude, maybe we should have used magnets.
I know.
People kept telling us
Latches?
magnets.
Around
Version
two.
3.0. Paul, for scale.
All right, I think we got about maybe like an hour and a half before Dustin has to leave. So we're gonna try and figure out what materials we're gonna use and then possibly see the process of what they're gonna go through in order to build out the camper setup for Tina. So hopefully we'll get some answers of what we're gonna use for the build out soon.
I'll give you guys kind of a lay of the land here.
All right, the full tour.
This is the body shop. Here's our honeycomb aluminum for our future builds. This is a bit thicker than anything we would use on yours, but same principle, forever stable, mold proof, rot proof, whatever, and a lot lighter than wood. And then, yeah, everything goes into the CNC department. Different materials that we use, lifted up with the big vacuum panel lifter here. After it's all been CAD designed, goes on, gets cut, Everything's perfect every time. Everything comes off the CNC, it goes to the edge banders, make them all pretty, gets glued on, and then the parts get cleaned up and then assembled. Usually they're assembled out of the van and then brought in. Some occasions where a cabinet's too big to fit through the door, so we'll do it in the van, but typically everything's assembled here, everything's nice and square, it just drops right in.
So now we can get into the modifications that we're gonna be doing in Tina and the materials that we're gonna be using. So while we were here, we went through all those different materials that they have access to. And then he also brought up materials that they're now looking to source specific for our project, being an aircraft that they've never really done before. And one of the materials is this right here. So this one is carbon fiber. This carbon fiber panel right here, they actually sell on Alpine VanWorks. And it's made to be a tabletop that goes in the middle of vans. Well, what's special about this is it's only 3.5 pounds, and it could replace the doors that are on top of our floors right now. And then this could potentially become a table for us outside the plane.
The one critique that we had when we went camping a couple days ago was that we loved our subfloor, but all it was a place of storage for us. And every little bit of space for us, we want to be used in a variety of different ways. Paul was kind of scratching his head at like, how can we use these subfloors in a different avenue? And yeah, we're trying to use it as a table now, and also trying to see if we can make it level to the ground so that we can sleep on it as a bed. So now the subfloors, what used to be just storage, is now possibly going to turn into a table and a bed. And Dustin says he thinks it's entirely possible, and that this material can be sturdy enough and thin enough that it's not taking up enough space to do that. Also, with us turning the back into a bed, that's probably not going to be our normal for where Paul and I are going to be sleeping, because for 2 people fitting in, that's pretty tight. 1 person, you can make it work pretty well, but 2 people, it's a little bit tight. Okay, I actually feel like we came up with a really good game plan of where we're gonna take this third prototype.
Dude, everything just changed. Like, I don't know why, but when ideas haven't ever been done before, it just takes us so long to come up with it. And then once we come up with it, we're like, oh my gosh, that's such an obvious solution. Why did that not happen sooner?
Yeah. We figured out what modifications we wanted to make, and Dustin was completely on board with that. All of us were on the same vision. But we were struggling to figure out what materials we still wanted to use. We kept going back and forth between honeycomb aluminum, foam core carbon fiber, or just carbon fiber. And there were pros and cons to each one of them, and I think we have a solution.
The solution is, it's not just one material. Use multiple materials, because why not? In order to make a corner with carbon fiber, you have to use a different material, or you have to actually like make a carbon fiber edge, which we're not gonna do that. So we could use extruded aluminum, fit them together, but then that would have to be a 90-degree angle. Or you can just use a angle piece of aluminum, and the angle piece of aluminum you can like bend to whatever you need, and you can actually like attach it, but then the edge of the carbon fiber would be exposed, and Dustin's not a fan of exposed edges. Honeycomb aluminum, you can cut into whatever edge and angle you need, so it's really easy to make those edges, but it's not super lightweight.
And when we say it's not super lightweight, it's like it would be about the same weight as the wood in our plane currently.
Yeah, but you get a lot of benefit from it being aluminum and not wood, because like it's not gonna rot, it's super easy to clean, it's still really rigid, it's stronger. So there's a lot of reasons that we like it. It's flame retardant, so that's a big one. So there's a lot of reasons we like honeycomb aluminum more than just the plywood we have. It's not as lightweight as carbon fiber. So like foam core carbon fiber, lightest, you know, like if we have a scale, that's money bags right there. The next one would probably be a thin sheet of carbon fiber, and then finally, the honeycomb aluminum is probably the heaviest out of all of these options. Now, still light, just the heaviest out of these options. Because we can't use carbon fiber very efficiently in these boxes to make these corners, we were like, why don't we just go ahead and, you know, make the box, the frame of it, out of honeycomb aluminum, and then make the top out of carbon fiber. And so you still get the weight savings at the top, and the structural rigidity and the actual ability to create the box effectively out of the honeycomb aluminum for the bottom. So it's like a win-win.
Yep.
And I still think we can decrease the weight of the entire setup by like 20 pounds. So right now the setup is 66 pounds. We're hoping to get that down to like 46 pounds.
We're hoping.
Hoping. And then the back of the plane, the aft baggage, I think we can make out of just a solid sheet of carbon with the extruded aluminum corners. And Dustin's like, oh yeah, that'll be super easy to do. So we'll be able to actually just use a solid panel of carbon, and it will be lighter weight. So this is a similar size to the back. I mean, it's a little smaller, but it'll probably decrease weight by like 35% of what we have right now. I think we're at 6.4 pounds. It'll decrease that weight a bit. We'll create a whole box instead of just the floor in the back, and it'll be stronger. Pretty excited about that too. And he's like, oh yeah, it's super easy to do because they already sourced this through Alpine Van Works. This is like the tabletop, and they have the supplier, they have the materials, they know exactly how to work with it effectively. So that's just like, oh yeah, super easy for them. So this will be really clean. I'm excited about this. And I also like the setup because even though we have, you know, honeycomb aluminum and carbon fiber, most people are only going to see the carbon fiber, and carbon fiber is hot.
Yeah,
sexy.
I don't know about you, Paul, but I do feel like this was a successful trip.
Yeah, it was.
We had 3 main things we wanted to accomplish. We wanted the whole plane scanned, which got that done the first day, even though it was like a freaking wind tunnel. We got modifications finalized with Dustin for this 3rd version, and then materials picked out. That was the hardest one, but we got it.
Guys, like being in person and being able to like put creative minds together is everything. This is like so worth it to fly up here
And it was
hang
so
out.
fun meeting him too.
The vibe here at this shop is awesome. Like, kind of
Yeah.
jealous. They have a good vibe here.
I know. I'd come hang out with OVP more, not gonna lie.
I know. I should come. I just want to chill here for a while.
But we gotta get going because we have a massive front coming in to Oregon.
Yeah, there's this low pressure system coming in and about to slam us tomorrow.
And we don't want to get stuck.
If we don't peace out in the next hour or two, we're gonna be stuck here for a couple days.
And we can't be stuck here for a couple days because we got one of our biggest adventures starting in 2 days.
Yeah, in 2 days. And
This
we're-
is something we've looked forward to for a while.
Yeah, this is something that we have been planning for years, and we're stoked to bring you guys along with us.